I have grave concerns here in Kettering, a market town, where I was going to check out the central market and walking by the cemetery, which I didn't think would be much. Looked really cool, just beautiful with the lighting and gorgeous trees. I think some of these are redwoods. You can see these large trees. The one I just passed by, there's a whole row of them back there, giant trees. Of course, they don't grow as giant as they do in California, but those are redwood trees nonetheless. I've seen enough of them. If not, it's in the family. You can just go check these out. You can get a close look at the bark. Since I'm not a total tree expert by any stretch, but these sure look like redwoods. Although, one thing I do know about redwoods is they have really tiny pine cones, and these are a little bigger than the cones I'm used to seeing. I don't know if you can spot it there. Let me pull it out. Put it up on a stone. It's not giant, but I don't know. Looks like a redwood to me. So yeah, it's kind of a churchyard cemetery, a little bigger maybe than most. We'll have a look here. Good amount of wear on these stones. This one looks renewed. James Bailey, 1872. I mean, they didn't have polished marble like that back then, so for some reason James Bailey got a new capstone. Got a whole Bailey section here. Sarah Ann, beloved wife of John, 1883. As usual, Victorian period of growth, population growth. Let me just recenter here. Here we go. Robert John Cattle, 1891, of Wolverhampton. So yeah, this place has a quiet beauty here. Really nice under this shady tree. Eliza Cattle, Nelson Cattle, 1876. Tipped over here, another cattle. So I'm seeing the city fathers here. So they said this is a market town. I'm also going to be hitting Market Harborough, which I think is more well known as a market. It's got this interesting stall that looks medieval. Annie Margaret, wife of George Frederick Warden, 1879. But just look at these colors here. Emerald green ivy, red bark of the tree, sunlit green leaves and grass. Jesse Cowper Pearson, 1856 to 1899. I guess it doesn't hurt that it's also a beautiful day, just making this whole place seem as tranquil as can be. Even the church itself, I don't know, I assume there's a service today. Could be going on right now. It's that time. It's a little after 11, maybe 15:15. We get a close look at the church here. George Guinness, or Gins, George Gins, G-I-N-N-S, 1892. Mary Ann, wife of the above, who fell asleep, 1912, at age 82. Until the day break and the shadows flee away, what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. Interesting. In loving memory. This Celtic cross here. With a little shaded backlighting. John Wadd's, 1903. Another gorgeous redwood tree. Thomas West, 1894. What though in lonely grief we sigh for one beloved no longer nigh, submissive would we still reply, thy will be done. Mary, wife of the above. Come unto me, ye weary, and I will give you rest. And the children, William and Fanny West, Thomas Arthur. Suffer little children to come unto me. And a little pop of sun here. Cecilia Hood, 1896. William Coleman, 1894. Waiting, in quotes, who fell asleep waiting. This thing about falling asleep as a euphemism for death. William Underwood was called away suddenly, age 73, till the day dawns. Similar themes here. Everybody's awaiting resurrection. It's just a traditional rest in peace for Daniel Smith and Mary at rest. This is quite extensive. Look in the distance there. I think I'm going to stick to the immediate church area. Get this angel here. The back of it anyway. There's somebody attending a grave. I don't want to intrude on them. Get back out of here. Beautiful shaded area here. I just have to walk through that. One of these has got some recent orange roses. If these are real. Yeah, this is recent. Together again at last. Jean and Joe Burt. So 2018 for Joe. Those are not real. No. No, not dealing with fake flowers. I had to touch it to know. A little broken stone with a Cairo. This looks a bit older here. Something about remembrance. Well, 1868, not so much older. Beautiful moss on here. John Longslough, 1879. Thomas Carley, 1888. Benjamin Percival, 1892. Nice slate color on that. And then some of these are getting a little sooty. Maud Mary is an older one, 1801. Oh no, 1901. Not getting too many super old ones here. It's a little informational. London Road Cemetery. Talking about the wildlife. William Ballard, 1928. Ancestors, Edmund, 1892. Nice view of the church from here too. So really more of a chapel, I would say. I don't think there is a church service going on in here. Let's check it out. It is a bell tower. Would be cool if the bell went off, but I don't think anybody's around. This is just a cool view here. Let me go through the center of this thing. And these are mostly looking newer. I see a few older ones on the perimeter. But just a nice walk down to this cross. I think I'm just going to take this walk. And we'll call it for this cemetery. But yeah, this is really going back much farther than I expected. Wow. Another giant redwood. Holy cow. Go check that out. Getting dark in here. It's so well shaded. Just a beautiful approach. This must be a war memorial. Probably World War I, World War II. A lot of times they're for both. Wow. This just keeps going. It's like a long park. Yep. World War I on the left, World War II on the right. Saw the exact same memorial in Nottingham. These members of His Majesty's forces died in the service of their country and were cremated at Kettering Crematorium. So yeah, just a beautiful shaded walk down there. Just keeps going and going. And with that, I'm just going to head over to this redwood looking tree. We can see some uniform stones here that look like, at least in the American style, would be military. Yeah. Royal Army, 1944. These are World War II. B. Shatford, 42. W.R. Mason, Northamptonshire Regiment, 1942, age 20. Wow. This brings it home. Royal Marines, 1942. These are all war dead. Clearly. And then just look at this giant tree that they're under. is a big one. I can see that beautiful red bark.